Hey guys, welcome back to Rent This Flip That. We are out at one of the properties in Gallatin. That's right, we're at one of the duplexes and we are at one of the tenants who is already staying in one of the duplexes. And we have done quite a bit of work, so I wanted to take you inside and show you what we've done so far. Let's go. Alright, so I can tell you right now that there is a lot of drywall work that needs to be done in here. This wall was just a wreck. Like, I came in here just to do a little bit of work, a little bit of patching work, and there was some paint peeling off, like in a corner somewhere over here. And so I grabbed it and I pulled it, and I pulled some more, and then I pulled it all the way off the whole wall. I don't know, there was some kind of moisture issue going on in there, and I don't know if they used primer on the wall or not, but that paint literally, like 3 layers just peeled right off, and it was a mess under there. There was a hole here, and there was a hole right over there, so I had to patch both of those. And then I skim coated it yesterday, came back in today, knocked down some of the lines and racetracks or whatever you call them, and I skim coated it one more time. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. I got to do this wall right here too. As you can see, this is looking a little rough right here, so that'll have to take a little bit more love, but you can't do it all in one pass, you know, because this is regular drywall mud, and I was going to use hot mud to fill in some of these gaps, but there's just so much, and I'm going to have to do it so many times. I just decided to do it in small layers. This is like my second time coming back through. You can see it's kind of a mess down there, so come back in with a scraper tomorrow and scrape all these high parts off, try to sand it smooth a little bit and do a little bit of work there. But that's that. I mean, this stuff had to happen. That was done. This was done quite a while back, but I got to jump back on that. That's after we installed the new door back in there, which is another thing we did. We installed a new door back here. It's got the blinds in the door there, and then she had a big huge leak coming in. I guess she left the window open for cats, and then water got in here, and so it was like and so I actually just tore all that off and put new drywall in there. I actually used the green stuff, not that it matters on the outside, but hey, there's a lot of water over there in that area, so I figured we're going to be a little bit more safer than sorry this time. Now over here on the cabinets, all these cabinets were free. I came from a job where I had to take some cabinets down, but I didn't have the fillers, so Kellie's over here. She stained it. She took a drawer home, and at home it looked pretty good, but she did a couple coats on it, so she said she had to put it on, let it dry, and then come back. And I'll tell you right now, it's not an exact match, but it's pretty doggone close for free cabinets. And like I say, this is a rental property, and it's called Rent This Flip That, not Rent This Pimp That. So that's what we're going for. Next order of business is to get these top cabinets tore down right here and replace them with the cabinets that we got that match these down here. We've already emptied everything out up there and put it down here and here, which is way more cabinet space than she had before. And now we're going to go get the wall cabinets and put them up here. But first, I got to take these down, and I'm telling you right now, I don't know how they screwed these together, but it doesn't look like a fun job. But that's what I'm about to get into. Alright guys, I tell you what, making these videos and stopping and taking video and editing and all that, it's not hard, but it ain't easy. And who has the time to do that? So if you appreciate everything you've seen so far today, make me feel good and help us out by smashing the like button. Alright, back to work. You know, I don't always wear tool bags, but when I have to do things like this, it's nice to have all the pockets. I used to frame houses, so I didn't think I'd ever go back to wearing them, but when I put them back on, I felt like riding a bike. It didn't really feel like riding a bike. It was like riding a bike. It definitely didn't feel like riding a bike. Riding a motorcycle is like riding a bike, but a little faster. You know, I used to install cabinets a while back, and do you know how many hammers I've left on top of people's cabinets? Not my favorite tool. Now, I was told by the guy we got these duplexes from that he didn't spend any money unless it put money back in his and his wife's pocket. I believe it. Did you guys see the mold over here? Let's take a look. So a lot of these people in these duplexes have been living like this for a while, and so they've complained, and they've either had nothing gotten done, or they came and put a band-aid on it. We decided that when we took them over, we're going to go through with these with a fine-tooth comb and figure out all the major issues like this right here and knock it out first, and then come back and hit all the small ones that are not as important. Somebody's going to fall through a floor or fall down the steps, we want to take care of that first. Breathing in mold, that's got to go. So here we go. Alright guys, if the sound sounds a little bit different, it's because I put a wireless mic on. I'm doing a lot of talking over here, and I don't really want a tenant to hear everything I'm saying, if you know what I mean. So anyway, back to work. We're out. Well guys, this is what it looks like behind the cabinets. I'm not excited about this. Now let me explain to you what's happening over here. This stud right here, which should be technically a 2x6, but you can see how far the drywall is sticking off the stud back there. It looks like there might be something furring it out up at the top, I don't know. But to me that looks like the drywall is literally just held together with the drywall tape from the wall that's running this way. So since this, I can see these are 2x6 walls, you see what I'm saying? I know it's a 2x6, and that does not look like a 2x6, does it? Well, when I got to tearing these cabinets out down here and got to that issue right there, that stud was so bowed, it was bowed almost an inch and a half. And so I put a level on it and leveled it from the ground, you know, the bottom plate up, and I cut it straight. Now, it's not even attached to a T back there, you know, in framing, where you would put a stud on this side, a stud on that side for drywall, and then one flat. That's not even back there, so I don't even know where it's really attached to. But my issue was, do I want to try to fix it underneath the cabinets right here and just leave that out because the corner cabinet is void, or do I want to fix that? Now that I got it tore apart, looks like I probably just might as well go ahead and fix it. I mean, we got to tear all this off anyway, because what I was telling you about the paint in there peeling off, you see stuff like this. I mean, how do you fix that? I mean, it's just going to keep peeling. And I think you can fix it and everything will be fine, but there's so much moisture and mold on this wall that it just needs to be repaired. My wife, Kellie's going to come in and take a look at that and go, oh my goodness. Here, let's see her reaction. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I showed you that up in that little hole that I could see. I couldn't see all behind the cabinet. I could only see that.
Alright, well I was wrong.
About what?
So Kellie's gonna come in and say, oh my goodness.
No. I saw that. I have a picture of that. I didn't know about that either.
She said she told me about it, and I just probably didn't look, but
No, you did look.
I was telling the people this whole wall will probably have to be done like I did in there because it's messed up. There we go. There's the oh my gosh, guys. Alright. It's time to catch these donuts over here. Take a break. This is what we're having for lunch.
Yeah, knock that on the wall.
Holla. Are you sure?
Yes, I am absolutely sure.
Alright, I'll let everybody know. Bye.
Bye.
Alright, so I put a call into Kellie, and she said the wall has to go. So, looks like Kellie's already beat us to it. She's up there taking the vent down. I've been given the word that the wall has to come down. That is just too much mold and possibly some critters living amongst the mold too. So we're going to go ahead and remove that drywall and put new drywall up there. That's right. We get to do more drywall work. I'm so excited. I might even have to hire me a drywall guy at this point because, as I stated, I'm not a drywaller. Although I do drywall. Not that I like doing it, but I'll do it if the price is right. Although I don't think the people here are paying very good. So I'm gonna have to hire a drywaller. Alright, back to work. I gotta get these cabinets down. Here we go. All right, guys, so next, this cabinet has to come down, but I'm gonna try not to remove this hood just because it's all wired up and everything. Now, eventually it'll probably have to come down because we're not sure what we're gonna do here because we don't have a cabinet that's 30 inches wide. So we've been playing with the idea of a, you know, a big giant hood that hangs from the ceiling down, or maybe even some open shelving, or I don't know, anything. But anyway, that cabinet's got to go, and that's what's next. So that's what I'm doing. Okay guys, check this out. We're having to cut some drywall out, and I want to go 4 foot from where it is now up, and I want that line to be very, very straight. Now I guess that would probably matter if the line down there was level too. So we'll check both 4 foot and we'll check level just to see. But anyway, I'm going to put this level over here on this wall, and then I'm going to pull 4 foot from the bottom over here, and we'll see what we got. Well, there you go. All right, let's go check that out. So what I want to do is I want to measure from this seam right here where we had put the drywall in the other day, and then measure up to that green line up there and see if it's 4 foot all the way across, because if it is, then whoever put that drywall in down there, that's me, put it in level. Again, I probably didn't know if I was going to be changing the top, and I probably could have just went with what was existing there. Hopefully they hung it level, so we'll be in good shape. All right, let's go check this line up here. Alright guys, there's our 4 foot mark on this side. Oh, gross. Now I'm going to go raise it up until my green line touches those marks and see if it's all the way across. Going up on a Tuesday. Today actually happens to be Tuesday. I like it. Alright guys, so I got a couple crow's foot marked all the way across on my laser level line. I'm going to go to 6 foot level, and I'm going to mark that with a pencil line all the way across. Then we're going to get these cabinets covered with some plastic, and I'm going to get that oscillating tool that we all love so well and cut that straight line all the way across. Hopefully I can just go ahead and take a 4 foot sheet of drywall and slip it right in there and tape at the top and tape down here. That's the plan. Let's see how it goes. Alright guys, so we got the line up there. Got my tool. With all that mold and dust that's about to go on, I'm going to put a mask on. Now I know what you're thinking. See, that mask ain't going to do nothing. It's going to do better than nothing. Yeah, it'll do better than nothing, I think. I don't know if I'd say it's going to do nothing. I think it's going to do better than nothing. And that, my friends, is better than nothing. Like they say, you open up a can of worms and you get worms. So over here when we took the cabinet.
Hey guys, if you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Make sure you ring that bell though, because we still have painting to do. We have more cabinets to hang, windows to trim. I'm even going to show you how I modified a base cabinet and turned it into a wall cabinet. What? Oh, and Kelly, she found a great idea for our wall out front. And for those who follow us on our other channel, YouFloor, you already know how we get down on flooring. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.